Hey, what's up, guys? Danny here, and today I want to talk about three simple steps. So I want to make this video really quick and useful. Three simple steps that you can use to get your first WordPress website up fast. Okay, so this is for people who are excuse me, totally new to WordPress. But if you have been around WordPress for some time, how you can maybe take your workflow and make it so that you can spin out your websites even faster. So maybe you're a freelancer, just a little bit about me. I am Danny Liu, and I am an Agile practitioner. So Agile is a project management sort of framework that derived itself from the software development and practices in building software products for commercial financial applications. But I've taken the same mindsets, the same principles, and applied it to building my own digital products as well. So my own websites, my own ebooks, my own online courses. And so it's really a productivity and project management framework that you can utilize for yourself if you're a one-person show, or if you have a small team. Maybe you have one, two, or a few other people on your team. So whether or not you have a team yet, it's still very practical and useful. But we'll start with the first thing, and really it this can benefit anybody, whether you have an online business or not, but specifically, if you are building a website. So the first thing is get focused. A lot of times when you sit down to do work at the computer, there's too many distractions. YouTube, if you're trying to publish YouTube videos, if you're subscribed to a lot of entertainment videos and whatnot, I highly suggest you unsubscribe, unfollow notifications for any channels you might be following, social media. Get those notifications disabled. Make it so that your desktop, your work environment is interrupt your the flow that you have, that mindset that you're focused on getting work done. Okay, so that's number one. You can batch time in later in the afternoon if you want to check social media. Highly recommend that you do that. But so number one, get focused. Number two, organized. You need to get organized. And so in order to get organized, I highly recommend that you utilize a personal productivity system. And I'm not saying, whatever works for you is great. I've really found personal Kanban. Kanban is a part of the Agile, under the Agile umbrella. And what it does is it helps you visualize the work that you have by creating stories or task cards that you can put in a backlog. So, a brain dump of all the things that you need to do in a column labeled backlog. And then right to the right of that column, you can put an in progress column and drag your task cards. And you can use Post-it notes for this. I like to use a system like Trello, or you could use MeisterTask. That's something that I really use and love to use today. Actively working on. Those are the things that you're working on, and you're not working on anything else. So that helps you get organized with the tasks that you've listed out in your backlog. And really just kind of focus on a daily basis on this organized structure to be able to identify exactly what it is that you need to work on. Now, the big problem, those notifications off when you sit down. You are laser focused on hitting that in progress and backlog list to make sure that you're only working on the things that you need to work on to move the needle forward. So maybe you've got a WordPress theme that you have installed, and know that you need to get up all your key pages up. You need to get a resource pages. Maybe you need to get an about page. You need to get a couple different things in order to get your first website up and running. You put those pages as task cards or story cards, and then you work on those one at a time. Okay, and it does take some time to do that, but when you really focus on it, you'll see the power of this system. And three, just take the small steps. Understand it's a work in progress, and that you need to take small iterative action in order to reach your goals. Now, if you do have a small team, this is going to really help you, because you're going to be able to visualize the work that your team is actually working on, and interact and comment with them on the work that they're doing on a day-to-day basis. And really, if you're bringing this Agile mindset into everything that you do online, especially your web projects, your WordPress projects, you're going to be able to identify what roadblocks there might be, what bottlenecks there might be in getting certain things done. A good example might be, you're trying to set up a land, but now with the latest GDPR requirements for privacy, you're not sure how to get your form set up. So normally, how you'd set up a form, you're not exactly sure how to do that. So that's a really good one, and that's relevant today because so many people are scrambling over GDPR. I highly recommend, if you are setting up something like, a landing page, check out Thrive Themes. I use Thrive Themes for my opt-in forms, and I also provide a link for some of their GDPR information and how they handle it. And you can check that out because that's, you want to make sure that if you're building a website, you're taking your customer, your potential customers or visitors privacy seriously. It's very, very important that you do that and be very clear with, what it is that you're going to do with their data and what they're subscribing to up front. So anyway, that's just one example, but there's lots of different things that happen in the online space. Things are always changing. There's always going to be hurdles and obstacles to get past, but this is a great way to take small steps, utilize a visual work in progress system. And, if you already have a system, I'd love to hear what it is that you're using. Are you using Post-it notes? Are you using a specific project management tool? If you are, go ahead and leave a comment below. If you have a question about how to manage a small team, or any other questions around project management for website development, go ahead and leave them below, and I will see you in the next video. Have an awesome day. Oh, and before I end the video, if you haven't subscribed yet to the channel and you found value in this video, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And to get notified for future videos, go ahead and click the little bell for the notifications for any future videos that I create on project management, digital product management and creation, and website development. Take care, and I'll talk to you in the future. Bye.